Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, let's do that. Good morning. We're making breakfast. Pancakes, bacon, and eggs. What's going on? How we doing? Yo, good morning. Why is bacon just so gross, but so good? All right. What's going on? Uh, I actually like turkey sausage, shockingly enough. I don't know. It's just like burping up sausage throughout the day is like it's the worst. All right, so today we're making, here, I'll give you a little so you guys can see what we're doing. I made breakfast yesterday and it was so good that I'm like, yo, let's do it again. I would do chicken. Right now I'm making pancakes. Whoa. So yesterday I made pancakes too big. Like the actual pancake itself was like massive. And I made a handful of just like the little pancakes. And I was like, those are so much better. So I think I'm gonna start doing that. So I have commissions. If you guys know who I am, I make oversized chef guac. I make oversized artwork, and I have a handful of commissions that I have to finish before I start a new project because I just have this rule that I won't have more than, maybe like 5 projects at a time. And if I do, I shelf and I stop working on them until I get, the new projects finished. Man, this is not mixing enough. So anyway, I want to finish up a couple commissions. As soon as I finish up those commissions, then I'll start taking on new projects. I have a ton of people hitting me up asking for things, customs, and all that. I'm just not going to take on any projects until I'm ready, you know? What are you guys up to? Software. No, I don't use AutoCAD, but I've had to hire a couple people to create AutoCAD files for me to get certain things uh not printed. Or actually, yeah, printed. So yeah, good question. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, wife asked if I was live. Yeah, basically I do a lot of math. Um, which I enjoy. I enjoy taking a pair of calipers and like a tape measure, a ruler, and scaling everything up. To me, that's just like the fun part. All right, let's switch over to bacon. You guys know the rule. As a male, I cannot hold it without going. She's smoking. I might have to open that door. It's chilly. All right, I don't want to make eggs yet. Yeah, I think I'll finish making the bacon first, and then I'll switch over to making pancakes. Anyway, so I was thinking about I'm trying to get away from doing nostalgic stuff because if I solely focus on doing nostalgic, then I'll become just a nostalgic artist. I don't want that. So I'm focusing more on doing just random pop culture things, whatever that might be. But I keep getting pulled back to nostalgic stuff. One thing I really want to make is from Home Alone, the Home Alone 2. I think it's 2, where he goes to New York. You know, the Talk Boy, I think it's what it's called. I think it'd be sick to make a giant one of those, but do hyper realistic, make it look super good. I don't like making my art functional because then it will be represented as like a toy. Hold on. Hold that thought. Don't go anywhere. Just hang on. Anyway, so I don't want to make my art functional because then it's like, for example, like the giant Nintendo guns. If I made those actually legit usable and you can actually like pull the trigger and like shoot the gun, then I'm just basically making a giant toy and it's not a piece of art. So I actually try to focus more on keeping my artwork art and not a functional toy. Like the giant speaker I'm making, that is going to be functional. That's one of the very few pieces of art that will be functional, but I'm making it for myself because I want a really cool speaker inside my warehouse. So that's going to be functional. But I'm thinking about making the Talk Boy, but like huge, like 4 foot wide, um, and making that non-functional because I don't want to put all that technology into it and then people fuck with it instead of it just being like on display as like a cool piece of art. So that one is going to be, I'm hoping if I take on that project, I'll have it finished by Christmas because when Christmas comes, that will be such a viral thing. Uh, yes, kinda. I do remember those. Dude, my cameraman says he hates the gorillas. That's crazy to me. All right, so now we're going to switch over to pancakes. So I just made bacon. Is this going to work? I just made bacon and I left the bacon grease inside the griddle, and then I'm going to pour the pancake mix into it. Too much. Sorry, guys. I might need to loosen this up. It's a little like pancake didn't it didn't make a pan. It was more bloopy. It needs to be able to like flow out, and it wasn't flowing out. Sorry, you get, huh? Okay, okay, possibly. All right, people are asking me questions. Can you read what they asked me, sir? No, add their own what? Oh, true. Yeah, that's a good point. Yes, I do remember those. Yes. Yeah, that dude's super talented. What they do, yeah, I do. Thank you. What do they call the little pancakes? Are those like silver dollar? Yeah. They're very good boys. We were talking about going to Dunkin' this morning, and we are like, nah, screw it. I'll just make stuff. Yeah, that dude that makes the pancake tables, the airplane, the coffee, like espresso table, super sick. Like, um, the only thing about it is that dude is getting pigeonholed into doing one style. He's making tables. That is like he needs to branch out, otherwise he's gonna get locked into only making tables. He has a very aesthetic style to him. He's got a good style and everything, but like he's totally screwing himself if he doesn't get out of that very niche type of business. Like if you look at my art, I'm all over the place. I'm doing all kinds of art because I just like to create. That's my thing. But like if you're only making coffee tables, bro, you're just going to be a coffee table artist when you could be making crazy stuff. And honestly, because I'm doing so much, I have so many companies reaching out and having me make like commissions for their product, like giant pieces of their product. And that's where you make real money. Like until you're a really famous artist, you're not going to be making shit, dude. Like no one's buying your art. Like yeah, I'm selling art, but I'm selling like a $1,000 piece of art, and it cost me $600 in material and like a month to make. So it's not worth it. Like straight up, yeah. Like I sold a piece for $1,000. No, dude, I sold it for like 400 is like what I made. And if you think about it, if you go to an art gallery, that gallery is going to charge between 30 and 50%. So if my markup's only 50%, I'm literally selling it for cost. So until you make it as an artist, you're not really making shit. Starving artists, that's a very real thing. But companies, they have budgets for advertisement and all that kind of stuff. And so when they hire me, I'll charge 14,000 to build a whatever fill in the blank, and I'll make, you know, 20 times over what I could if it was just a piece of art. Yo, these pancakes gonna be sick. Let me flip them real quick. Here, you want to watch me flip them? Your boy can make some freaking pancakes. You're probably wondering, like, what can't this guy do other than read, write, spell, conversate in a public area, have a intelligent conversation with someone that's knows what they're talking about. Stuff about schooling, manufacturing. Yep. Uh, dude, if you're young, drop out of high school. You don't need high school. You don't need college. Don't go to college. It's a waste of time. Total waste of time. You don't need it. Trust me, you don't need it. All right, we're gonna make some more pancakes. Actually, let's scoop these bad boys. Ooh, your boy knows how to make a pancake. Man, I wish you guys can watch this right now. This is like some pretty crazy stuff. All right, sorry about that. Um, dude, so now honestly though, if you're young and you do want to pursue art, I do recommend it because you are able to have enough time to figure out a style. Most artists do not have styles, so they just copy what every other artist is doing. And it's the same regurgitated bullshit that everyone's doing. No one's being unique, no one's being creative. And the only thing that's making them stand out is because they might have more skill, more talent. And if you're starting at a young age, what you're able to do is pursue one. Hopefully, you have ADHD and you get like really into one thing, and then you'll go grow bored of it, and then you'll move into the next thing of art. You get bored with it, you move into the next thing, and what you're doing is you're creating little skill sets that will in turn grow you into having these abilities that no one else has. When people reach out to me, they're always like, hey, how do I do sculpting? Like straight up, I get asked that, like, how do I start? It's like, bro, just freaking start. Get into it, start pushing for it. You're gonna fail along the way. You're gonna learn how to do things. You're gonna learn how not to do things. And in return, you're gonna figure out a skill set that no other artist has, and you'll be super unique to yourself. So don't worry about not knowing how to do something. Just get into it and start doing it. You're 22, right on. Okay, so you're blue collar, right on. Welding, hell yeah. 3D printing, incredible. Yep, dude, you're doing literally all the things. I actually don't know how to do 3D printing. So when it comes to 3D printing, I have a guy named Mike with shoot, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank on his name, his company name. Anyway, I hired him to do all my 3D printing, and he's great. Um, Thank you. Yeah, the Nirvana is super good. Yeah. What so the anything that's like clear plastic is really difficult because that's not a product that I'm able to just easily get my hands on. So like I would have to create something out of acrylic. So like let's say a green Game Boy or whatever. I'd have to find green acrylic and then start modifying it and all that. When making acrylic, you actually have to create a mold that you're heating up the acrylic and bending it and flexing it and molding it. So it's a lot of work. I'm probably never going to get into that, but at some point. Yes, I've hung out with Danny. He's one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to the way I create my content. And he found me on his own, which is crazy. And he reached out. So that was like a huge, ah, no, that sucks. I flipped it onto the other pancake. Freaking idiot. Look, this one looks like a bow tie. So cute. Boom. Bro, your guy knows how to make a freaking pancake. All right, keep asking questions. I'll keep answering them. Gotta understand though, I got that tism. So for me to focus and answer correctly and easily might be a little difficult for me. Give me a second, guys. Hold on. I need to focus just for a second. You can ask a question and I'll answer. I think yeah, those are done. Woo! All right, hold on. Let me get a plate real quick. Come with me. Come on. All right. Uh, Someday. But yeah, working with Danny was awesome. He has an awesome group of guys that he hangs with. Um, he's hit me up a couple of times, and I've always been busy. Um, but that's okay. We'll get there. I'm gonna double plate it. Like put a plate on top of it to keep the warmth in. Let's. Yeah, that one needs a little more. Almost. That one's done. I like these little pancakes. I don't know, there's something about them. They're just like you pick them up by hand, you dip them in the stuff. What up? I can't hear what you're saying. No, I'll do it now. Cooking for someone like me is actually difficult because I have ADHD and I get sidetracked. And like, so if I'm cooking eggs, the eggs will get like hella burned, but the other stuff will be like perfect, to process. All right, so let me read a couple comments. Thank you so much. Mad props. I appreciate it greatly, fam. It's weird, like I've been grinding my whole life. No one's ever paid attention. Finally start to make a name for myself and shit pops off. All right, you guys got questions? I got answers. Let's talk. All right. Are you guys cold or what, man? I'm in Florida right now and it's freezing. All right. You guys got questions? Come on, I got answers. Is it cold where you guys are? Because I'm in Florida and it's like kind of freezing. I'm almost done, guys. Hang on. I'm getting sloppy with my pancake mix. It's all good. All right. That's a wrap. Sorry about that. South Carolina. Ooh, gross. Get off. Putting a little bit of a. I like my pancakes to have that little bit of sizzle on it. You know what I'm saying? All right. I think it's time to make some. Whoa! Time to make some eggs. No, I think this bacon needs to be more crispy. We'll cook that in a minute. All right, we're on to eggs now. Heating that up. I'll probably do some orange juice. That sounds good. No, should I? Yes, because I'm super old. All right, we do the organic eggs up in this house, right? It's a little freaking cold. Do you guys remember that video where I had the tism where, oh my God, where like anything you touch when you're cooking, you have to like rinse your hands? I kind of have that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5 eggs. We're eating good, man. Why not? Sunday, life is good. All right. It snowed in North Carolina. I am so sorry. You guys holding up okay? So when I make eggs, let's do this. when I've been making eggs, I've accidentally put the cheese in too soon and it just changes the consistency. All right, eggs are now cooking. Let's flip the pancakes. Get up in there. Ah, this is failing so bad. I need a smaller. Oh my God, I'm flipping every one wrong. I'm all right. So I'll show you a little trick that I do. Let me get these flipped over. So I pre-cooked the bacon. I already pre-cooked the bacon, right? And I have it to where it's almost fully cooked. And then what I do is I take bacon and I throw it in here. Because what that'll do is that will start sizzling. They'll finish cooking. And it'll make, so it'll make the pancakes a little crispy. Yes, I used to be a little chubby little kid growing up. I ate good. I actually ate really bad when I was a kid. Still pink. Dude, the other day, ASAP Rocky messaged me saying, like, I fuck with your art. It's like, okay, bro, I appreciate you. It's my house. I'll give you guys a tour a little bit later if you're down. What up, man? Kind of crazy, man. I've uh I've been talking to like thank you so much. I appreciate it. Um before doing art, I've pursued so many different things trying to find like my niche, the thing that I'm supposed to do in life. And like never get attention, never get seen, blah blah blah. And then freaking uh start pursuing art and like I'm being in contact with like full-blown celebrities. Like just life isn't real. Um dude, Chattanooga, if I could move literally anywhere in the entire country, Chattanooga is the spot. There's something about that city. It's so charming. I love uh the giant lakes that you drove through because I went to Nashville from Sarasota to do an art show and we drove through Chattanooga and I was like, holy shit, where is this place? And so I like pinned it while I was driving and then uh, later on I like looked it up to see where it was. Super cute. Sarah, was it Chattanooga that, yeah, but if I move from Sarasota, it's got to be like if I was to move to Chattanooga, it's like it needs to be like a massive move up, not just a lateral move. Because we have like such a nice setup. My windows are dirty, but like I don't know, it might be too bright to see. But like I got acreage in the middle of suburban downtown Sarasota. Like check this out. Like beautiful, and the weather's so nice right now. That's my Airbnb right there, the Vibe Villa. If you guys know what's up with that, yeah, you want to take over eggs? Thanks. She doesn't like the way I make eggs. All right, look at this. Pancakes and bacon are almost done. I hope that bacon's cooked enough for you. True. All right, so now we're picking all the bacon out. Not yet. I think that one might need to be a little bit longer. Ba, 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 ba. That sounds cool. I just really like Chattanooga specifically. Like it was so cute. True. We just right. Yeah, the lakes were just so cute. Okay, that is a lot of pancakes when you make them little. Good to know. I made a full recipe. Cut. That was hot. Guys, look at this fucking stack of pancakes. That's awesome. Did you do eggs or cheese? Okay. What do you want to drink? Okay. We're gonna finish up this and then put Love on the Spectrum. We've probably watched Love on the Spectrum at least 4 times all the way through. More than that. It's so good though. It's a good one. Who's up in this bee? What up, dog? Thank you so much, guys. No, so what's funny is we live from the number one beach in the entire world is 15 minutes from us. I mean, traffic's been kind of shitty, so it takes a little bit longer, but we're like 15 minutes from like the number one beach in the world. Never go to it, ever. Kind of hate the beach. All right, now we're gonna load the dish. I hate I hate when people do uh, a bunch of cooking and then they don't do the dishes. Like it legit stresses me out. Like you have you have 5 seconds of standing around, just start doing dishes and like make it to where you don't have that lingering over you for the most part. But that's also why I don't cook. So it needs it. Here, you guys get to look through plants like a hidden camera. You just wipe this down, right? But it's oh yeah, but like this is yeah, this is like seasoned, you know. I'm gonna leave this out and let it cool off a little bit. Yes, you did. All right, guys, breakfast is done. You guys want to see what we're doing, and then I'm gonna head off because we want to eat. I can already rate it. It's a 10 out of 10 because she did the eggs. All right, let's get. Do you guys who doesn't watch TV when they eat? Like, is that people sitting at tables? Is that still a thing? I feel like in the future, home builders they should just ex-nay a dining room? Why build a whole extra room for dining? They should make a streaming room instead. Like that's the direction of if I was a contractor, I'd be building crazy stuff like that. I'd want to be known for having wild builds. Like, dude, this dude's building for content creating. Yo, look at this life. Yo, what up? The speaker is coming out tremendously. Super stoked about it. Uh, Georgia. Yeah, I lived in Georgia when I was a kid. I really liked it. I'm a mountain guy, so like I love running up and getting lost in mountains. And I actually got lost for a while. Well, my parents left me at Stone Mountain. They drove like halfway home and realized I wasn't in the car. Went back, got me. Typical. Not ex not surprised. All right. Any other questions? I'm about to jump off. The By the way, the giant speaker will be done uh about a week or so. I have commissions that are ahead of it, so I'm going to get that done first. You too. I really appreciate the love, you guys. I'm inspired by your comments. I'm inspired by how inspired you are by me. Can you imagine if I was that vain? Do you want butter? Good. All right, we're good. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. 42 minutes to cook breakfast. Your boy knows how to do some shit. Fair enough. All right. Howdy. All right. Howdy and whatever the country version of saying goodbye. What's the country? Howdy's like how you say hello. How do you say goodbye? All country style. We have leftover silver dollar pancakes if any of you guys are hungry. I'm in Sarasota. Message me. I'll give them to you. All right. Breakfast is served. This is going to be the one meal for the day, so we're going to eat good. She just fell. What a stupid idiot. What a freaking idiot. She fell like a freaking turd. All right, she's going to hit me. I got you into tufting. That's crazy. Tufting was, I think you have the remote. Tufting was like one of the first forms of artwork that I did. Uh, but everyone did it like so much. I was like, dude, there's no money for me to make, and it's a very expensive hobby, as you know. All right, love on the spectrum's on. I gotta go. Love you. Bye.